Welcome back to the morning show here on Arise News, and joining us now is Ojy Okpe with stories trending around the world today. Good morning, Ojy.
Good morning, Layla. How are you?
Good.
Hello,
Good morning, Dr. Bati. Hello. No high fives.
You can't leave him hanging. Come on.
I promise. So I will give it to you. Yeah, this is your man. Good morning. How are you two doing?
Good. How are you?
Great. Good morning to you, viewers. We begin what's trending today in Nigeria. Lawmaker Ojy Okpe, who is a member of the House of Representatives, in a flurry of tweets on Thursday, announced that he's making moves to repeal the law that makes it illegal for Nigerians to wear military camouflage, stating that the law is archaic. In his first tweet, the lawmaker wrote, "Wearing camouflage in Nigeria. Nigeria is one of the countries where it is illegal to wear a military camouflage. Some other countries are Jamaica, Trinidad and Tobago, Antigua, and others. How does this make sense? #thread. I get a lot of messages from young Nigerians complaining about being harassed by soldiers because they wore military camouflage. While I don't agree it makes sense, it is clearly stated in our laws that it is legal to wear a camouflage or any clothing worn by the military. Not only is it an archaic law, one major reason why I believe the law has to be repealed is because many soldiers ride on the law to abuse the rights of Nigerians. We have heard numerous cases of Nigerians being beaten for wearing the camouflage." I mean, I strongly agree with him. Apparently, there is already a law, a bill that has already been presented to repeal this law. But I don't know if you remember this case back in 2017 of this young man that was wearing a military shirt, and he was beaten by two military guys. I mean, the military eventually apologized for it. But I think it's such a sensitive topic in Nigeria.
So barbaric.
Yes, it is.
Isn't it?
It's a sensitive topic in Nigeria because obviously a lot of people use the uniform to commit different kinds of atrocities. I mean, also with the Boko Haram and all of that. So it's kind of sensitive, I think, for them to repeal it. But they have to find a way to either change the law for these guys, because basically in the Constitution, the fine is what, 10 naira and 1 month in prison if you are caught for wearing camouflage.
The relevant law is Section 1110, subsection 3 of the Criminal Code. And yes, it's good Ojy Okpe is expressing concern.
Right.
I guess the concern should be more about the brutality of the military when they find people wearing camouflage, which is a thing about identity for them. And to the extent that it is in the law, if anybody violates that law while it exists, the appropriate thing will be maybe to charge the person to court, not for soldiers, seeing someone who is not a soldier wearing the camo and taking the law into their hands. However, Ojy Okpe says the law is archaic. There are many sections of the Criminal Code and the Penal Code that are archaic.
Yeah.
Correct.
Particularly sections relating to, say, rape.
Yeah.
So if it is in
definition of rape,
yes, so
it's ridiculous.
if it is in the order of importance of something to bring forward as a contribution, I would not consider, Section 1110 relating to the wearing of military fatigue a major emergency or priority.
Well, I'm sure that there are other
the
rape one has already been brought forward. So
no, people have been bringing it up. Nobody has done anything about it for the past 20 years.
And it's such a shame.
And 3, if he's so concerned, it's for him to present a bill.
Yes, that's what he said. That's what
but I don't know whether this is such a major issue of national urgency or not. I wouldn't consider it.
I thought it should have been a national emergency in 2017 when that happened with the guy who was crippled. Yeah.
Do you think that the camo itself being worn out in public is that much of a threat to security? Because if it is, how is it done in other countries, right? That's the argument that I've always sort of had. Is there not a way about it? Camouflage is worn in countries around the world.
Yes, but Nigeria is a special case. There are so many laws that are just going around and people just disobey the laws. So, I mean, this is one sensitive topic.
And also what the army had to do and what they had to go through to get that uniform as well.
Correct. Well, still in Nigeria, in a video that has now gone viral, federal lawmaker from Kano, Alhassan Ado Doguwa, while being sworn in after winning his rerun on Thursday, presented his 4 wives to his colleagues and says he has 27 children and counting.
Speaker, I will let you know that with me today here are my 4 respected wives. Halim, stand up, please. 1. Uma, stand up. Binta, stand up. Mr. Speaker, what I meant by asking them to rise up is to demonstrate to members of the House that when you call me a powerful parliamentarian, I am not only powerful on the floor, I am also powerful at home. Because I deal with 4 wives. These 4 wives you have seen have produced 27 kids for me, and I'm still counting.
I don't even find it
I find
funny.
it really ridiculous. I don't see anything wrong with inviting members of your family to attend these occasions, but the rationale he gave to demonstrate his prowess at home, I find it really ridiculous and actually insulting to the wives.
Honestly,
why did he have to do that? I don't understand
it. was so unintelligent. It was actually hard to watch.
I don't understand that at all.
Doctor, what's your take?
Well, I agree that, you know, he had no business parading them like cattle.
Yes.
Because it's like saying, look, these are my properties.
Like, that's what it is.
And this is a demonstration of the fact that I'm powerful. I don't know how, you know, having 4 wives translates into power.
I don't understand that.
So I think he was just being boastful, but he provided commentary for his colleagues.
In the hallowed chamber?
But there was a part of the narrative. There was a part of the narrative that I found intriguing, which was when the speaker later responded. That's not captured in that narrative. The speaker drew attention to the fact that this same gentleman once told him that he met, you know, a group of children playing in front of his house, you know, at a late hour.
Yes.
And then he went there and told them that it was already late, they should go to their parents' homes. Only for one of them to tell him that, look, this is my father's house. I'm in my father's house. So these 27 children, the question I asked, how many of them does he know? What is the quality of parenting that he provides? How much of a father? How much of a father is he? And then second point, you know, in this country, we've been talking for years about a national population policy.
Well, that was going to be my point.
And we have a problem with population explosion.
Yes.
We've been told that in 2030, you know, Nigeria's population will be like, is it 750 million?
Third largest in the
world.
Now,
if everybody is producing 27 children per household as a demonstration of power, as a demonstration of power and importance.
Probably marrying more.
Then we will have like 1 billion in this country.
And then you're producing the children you cannot recognize. I mean, children that you are not training, you're not imparting any moral instruction.
Thank you.
You're not spending time with them. Where's the father-child bonding? None of that.
And then the child grows up as a
How
thug,
much
and you
role
wonder
does
why.
culture have to play in this? That's the question now. Really, it's predominantly known in the North that, you know, you're allowed to marry more than
culture
one.
should not be an obstacle.
Well, that it is the obstacle, and that's why. That's what he said, and that's when that happened. Because after he had just said it, basically 4 days before that, you know, the reason why there's so much poverty in the North is because of the amount of children that are being, you know,
and there's this perception that each child brings its own blessings, which is completely ridiculous.
Correct.
But for me, this is one of the many reasons why President Muhammadu Buhari is president today. These are the things that he can address.
Correct.
Because he commands this cult-like, you know, fawning adoration amongst the really traditional Northerners. If he stands against this, then they will listen.
I mean, there was that.
Not taking that stand. That's what's...
Leila, we must add a caveat, though, that in some countries, this is just by way of information, polygamy is encouraged.
I mean, in our country, what do you mean in our country?
In our country,
they have a population.
Even in the United States of America, I'm watching a documentary at the moment called Three Wives, One Husband. It's on Amish people that are living their lives and loving it. I mean, if it works in a community where it works,
I don't demonize polygamy. Polygamy works for certain people, but not this kind of ridiculous behavior. Talking about how my power and what was that?
Can you imagine?
I mean, the point that you raise about Muhammad Buhari, you know, taking a stance with this. I mean, if it could happen in China, remember it happened in China that
that was an aggressive policy against human rights because you were then telling people
there has to be some sort of policy. The group of people that are allowed to have more than
I think he can be persuasive.
Children.
I think he can be really persuasive.
It's not just about President Buhari.
Yes.
It's a national issue.
Yes.
The media has a role to play. civil society as
the media will be
we all have a role to play.
A voice like his is
yes,
very
the
powerful.
media will be.
And they will not be treated with suspicion.
Well, there are other leaders from the north too.
Yes.
The emirs.
The
religious leaders.
But
everybody.
But who commands that kind of adoration that
he does? And the only person that's really taken a public stand against it is the emir.
Why ever not? There are many benefits to be president of Nigeria. They should accept the burdens as well.
Exactly. It's a very important issue.
Yes.
It should be addressed.
Thank you, Ojy.
Thank you, guys. Well, you guys have a great weekend.
See you on Monday.
Ciao. Yes, see you on Monday.
Enjoy your weekend, Ojy. I see you already preparing.
I'm going to live vicariously through you again.
I have no idea what you're talking about, but I am prepared for my weekend.
I won't say it on TV.